Today we've got a lot of important topics to cover. One of the biggest by far is many 2K players think there was a big change to the gameplay without them telling us again. And after me playing last night, I can agree with that as well. So just like usual, I'm not here to waste y'all's time. We're gonna get into that. Whatever you gotta do, make sure that like button is blue. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and let's get right into the news. So real quick, I want to apologize to you guys for the lack of consistency in the uploads lately. I've been getting locked back into the gym, and I'm also getting married next month, and that takes a lot of time. So thank you in advance for all the congratulations and stuff in the comments, guys. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to try to keep you as updated as I possibly can during this time. But let's hop into what I believe is one of the most important topics of today's video. That's why I have it first. It is Black Cobra making a tweet. If you guys don't know who it is, man, he blew up in like late 2K23 for having a non-meta playstyle, post-scoring primarily with like a shooting guard type of build, and he has a logo. Many people have criticized him for not saying anything bad about the game and blah, 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 but he just made a tweet recently, and this is what he had to say about 2K25. It's going to be pretty long, so bear with me. He says, "My honest opinion on 2K25 so far. Gameplay wise, I absolutely love the movement with/without the ball. Thanks to the leap in pro play animations, particularly the left stick movement, it's in a class of its own and one of the more slept on improvements. Pro play in general is probably the biggest positive for me. However, outside of that, I've not been enjoying it nearly as much as I thought I would, and not as much as I enjoyed 24, 23, or even 2K22. Outside of the movement improvements in pro play, there isn't anything I can point to and honestly say, quote unquote, I love this about 2K25. Now he gives some reasons. Layup timing feels significantly harder than the shooting and not as rewarding as real player percentage. 50-50 balls feel biased towards the offense. Passing lanes negate the smaller player model ratio, and there's no real penalty for spamming the steal button off ball. Not a fan of visual cues moving with the button shooting. Even if it's to combat cheating devices, I can only learn my jump shot, but so much with the button. Cosmetically, the my player portion of the game is still extremely underwhelming and disappointing compared to what's available and possible offline in CAP. I really appreciate the quality of life improvements to user interface and providing casual/competitive players their own respective modes online, but overall, it's just been an okay basketball experience for me. It leaves much to be desired, and the fun I'm having with it pales in comparison to the fun I've had with previous iterations." Now guys, a lot of this I've got to agree with. After reading this tweet, I sat down and I thought to myself, all right, what do I love about 2K25? I'm going to try to find something about the gameplay that I love. Dribbling maybe, steals, shooting, rebounding, blocks, screens, just the flow of the game, the fluidity, the passing. Nothing. I couldn't come up with anything I could honestly come out here to you guys and say, I love this about 2K25's gameplay. One thing I could say for sure though, outside of that, is I do really like the level rewards. I think that 2K did a good job with that this year, and they haven't for many years, since probably 2K21 in my opinion. I've told you guys for years now, one of the best, most rewarding ways to play a video game is to be incentivized to unlock rewards, right? To play the game, you get rewards, and they did something with that this year. In 2K24, they brought back the legend grind, but they didn't do it correctly. All of us mostly know that because the attributes didn't give you anything. They didn't give you any animations. They didn't give you any badges. This year, they do. Besides that, like he said, 50-50 balls. Guys, I just got on last night, and 80 to 90% of the 50-50 balls went towards the offense. I'm playing with a lockdown that has 94 steal. He plays the lane perfectly. Hits X, reaches. His player drops the ball. It goes to the offense. It goes out of bounds. He plays perfect defense. He knows when the guard is going to cross over. He gets that little bobble animation. Offense either doesn't even drop it, the offense picks it up. You know, there's just so many things that just doesn't feel rewarding in terms of a skill gap for this game, guys. That's how I feel about it. And it's rough. Like he said, the visual cues, even if it's to combat cheating devices, he said. I told you guys this since the very beginning of 2K23. I said, the cheaters are going to find out how to cheat anyway, and yet 99% of the 2K player base, the guys that are not cheating, like you and me watching this video, are being penalized for that. We literally have moving green windows that doesn't follow your cue. That's not good for the game. to combat cheaters. And guess what? They're still cheating in most modes where you guys play. So there's some people that are like, oh, you can only cheat in the rec, you can only cheat in the park. That's where literally almost all of the 2K player base plays, guys. The rec, the park, the theater, you can cheat in all of them. So what's the point of penalizing us, bro? At this point, just let them cheat, bro, and stop penalizing us. Now, Shoot went to Twitter, and he had a very interesting tweet I wanted to show you guys before we got into the big topic of today's video. He said, after playing 2K25 for 1,000 hours, I've come to the conclusion the biggest problem with this game is you can't separate comp and casuals. I've seen veteran 3s go 4 for 10. Everyone just catch and shoot to be more consistent. After a certain time, you don't get better at the game. It's capped. After you get Cat Breakers, Patty, and Steve Francis, the game is done. Which is just like last year, by the way. Once you got starter, I think it was starter 3 last year, that was pretty much it. And now you do have the Cat Breakers, which is nice, but I 100% agree with him. One thing I don't like is people saying every year the game has no skill gap. And that's not true. To a degree, the game has a skill gap, right? If you've played with someone that doesn't have much time at all put into 2K25 or 2Ks in general, they are very bad usually. Very bad, okay? So there is a skill gap to a degree, but it's capped so much quicker, like Shoot said, than in other 2Ks. In other 2Ks, you have to play for a long time, and you can get in front of someone that's played, you know, if you played 200 hours, you can see a difference between a guy at 100 hours. Now, sometimes you really can't. Someone could be at 1,000 hours and you see the same exact gameplay from a guy that's at 200 hours, you know? But anyway, guys, before we get into the real big part of the video, I got to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. You can get $50 by just putting 5 in with my link in the description on PrizePicks. Once you sign up, you can go to the NFL, NBA. I like to play NBA. That's what I know best. Points, rebounds, assists. You can do anything. You can pick if someone's going to have a good or bad game. But let's just show you a quick example of how easy it is. Jalen Green is projected to have 22 points. If you think he's going to have 23 or more, you go more. 22 or less, you go less. And that's it. You just have to get one more right. So Tobias Harris, I think he's going to have under 15 points tonight. I'm going less. Just like that, 3 times back your money. It's that easy. Age restrictions apply. Thank you, PrizePicks, for sponsoring this video. And my link is in the description if you guys want to go get that $50 for just putting 5 in. Anyway, guys, I was on the phone with a creator 2 nights ago. And towards the end of the phone call, he told me, yeah, this and that about perimeter defense and the contest system. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Because, you know, I haven't been on the game a lot, guys. Like I told you, I've been doing things. And I've not really been on the game as much as I normally am. I'm rusty. It's not looking good. But last night I did get on after he told me this. He said perimeter defense was changed. He said a lot of the comp players think this. And another big YouTuber who's in the Pro-Am says the same thing after playing the game. So let's hop into what kind of people are talking about with this change. Dimework went to Twitter and he said this. Were people always able to get light pressure with hands down? Could have sworn most hand down shots were open. Now, what he told me, this creator that I was on the phone with, I'm not sure if he wants me to say his name or not, so that's why I'm saying that. But anyway, he said that 2K made perimeter defense, your height and your wingspan actually matter with a secret buff to perimeter. Only if you're tall and you have a big wingspan. Now, since I got on last night, bro, and I was playing the game, I can almost 100% tell y'all, not 100, but almost 100, and this is allegedly, that 2K changed the gameplay just a few days ago. This is only like 3-4 days ago, by the way, without telling us. Now, you might think right now, okay, that's a good patch. Why are you complaining about that? Because I actually would say, like, okay, that matters. Like, 2K made your wingspan and all that matter. Why didn't it matter before? Why did it not matter nearly as much before? But the biggest problem is if they did do this change, and even if you like it, because like I said, I would like it. If 2K announced it and said, hey, this is what we did, I would probably agree with that. We buffed perimeter defense and made it matter for guys that are taller, that got long arms on their lockdowns and stuff like that especially. But that just proves again that 2K can change the gameplay without telling us. We know for sure that that's true, by the way, that they can hotfix sliders, right? We know 100%, it's not a guess, that they can go in and change this. And as long as you are, even if you're on the game, if you go back to the main menu with those update requireds and stuff, it can change the sliders of the game. You can just load up the game and you already have it. It's not some gigantic patch. They just change the slider here, change the slider there. You know, Mike Wang playing DJ like usual. So I got on last night and I can tell y'all, bro, I seen the most by far light leads, opens that weren't even close. And that's the actual problem with this patch. Because like I said, I do like it, but 2K never gets it right. They never ever do, guys. I've seen a lot of ghost contests last night. I've seen literally in the last few days sorry, I had to burp right there, okay? Burp plug. But I'm gonna keep going because I'm flowing right now. Way more contests than usual that don't make sense again. Light pressure, dude wasn't even there. Dude just reached his hand, got to open. He wasn't even there for the contest at all, right? Gets an open, gets a light pressure, I've even seen some tights where the dude just wasn't even there, bro. I don't know. You guys let me know how you feel about what's going on. I also could not shoot when I came back, but I don't want to say 2K changed the shooting because I was improving grounds and I have not been playing the game nearly at all. Maybe you guys have noticed that, but I don't know. It was probably just because I hadn't been on the game a lot, but that's a like almost 100%. Like the competitive players, this guy plays a lot of wagers and he talks to all these competitive guys. Then I got on the game and I noticed it. Also a big, 2K Pro M YouTuber noticed it as well. So you guys let me know, but let's continue to the next thing. Okay. So someone added Mike Wang on Twitter and this is crazy because he said basketball is so fake on Jalen Green baptizing Cade Cunningham. He said, my 99 driving dunk build with legend posterizer can't do that in 2K basketball. Must be broken because 2K is perfect. At Baluba, catch my sarcasm? And Mike Wang responded with a Reddit clip of basically someone in the rec dunking on someone. Now, look, I love responding to you guys a lot. Like, I don't know. I'm just one of those people that I told you all. I read all the comments. There's a good amount of times I will, respond to comments on Twitter, on YouTube, whether they're negative or not. I don't like how social media has turned into saying when someone with a following or something, just because I have a certain amount of subscribers, if I respond to something, that means it made me upset or something, because I literally respond to positive and negative comments, right? But I've been watching Mike Wang's Twitter for a long time. You guys know Mike Wang. I mean, he's the gameplay director of the game. He's at least one of the biggest guys out there, and he tells us, what he feels about it every year with the new gameplay additions and things like that throughout the year. I don't think I've ever seen Mike Wang just randomly respond like that. I don't know. I feel like something just isn't right. Something has been so not right with this game. He must have seen way more stuff than usual, and he got tired of it. He literally he seen the comment, loaded up Reddit, and went and literally responded to that. Bro, Mike Wang doesn't even tweet at this time of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know Mike Wang after like October is gone. So I don't know. Take it for how you guys want to feel about that. But we got more things to talk about. There was a close shot test by 2K Toots. Shout out to 2K Toots once again, man. We get so much information from him and 2K Labs. If you guys aren't subscribed to him, make sure to go do it after this video. But we got a close shot test, as you see right here, and it seems like 80 is the sweet spot for close shot, up to about 86, and then you see 86 to 99 isn't really that much of a difference, but you do have to keep in mind that it is, as you see in the bottom, a close shot ratings without Paint Prodigy test. Okay, without Paint Prodigy. So it could be different with it, but keep that in mind when you're making some sort of center build, that it's possible that there's a good sweet spot around like that 85 rating. Once again, bro, 2K Toots, really good information. Anyway, the top comment in the last video by far was 500 something likes, and it says, I am tired of grabbing a rebound and then immediately getting the ball stolen. That's something we haven't talked about a lot on 2K25 because it's just one of those little things, bro, but like, it's actually very frustrating. Y'all know I did the Wemby 60 to 99 no money spent. You should definitely go check it out after this. It's a 4-hour movie, probably the best video I'm going to make this entire year. And during that, I learned how to use a pop route. That's one of the only play styles I don't really make over and over. I mean, I can't even tell you how many turnovers I got during those. I think it was about 500 games to hit it. where I just grab the rebound. I completely let go of my controller. Completely let go. They still rip me. I grab the rebound. I pass fake. Pass fake doesn't matter anymore. This is the worst year for pass faking to pick up the ball. Like you usually in other years, you pass fake so you can stand there and hold the ball. LT doesn't matter. Like, there's just so many little things with the gameplay, guys. Like, I feel like most of you can agree when I'm talking about this. Of course, every video is going to get people that are like, oh, you're complaining. But these little small quality of life things, when they pack up, it turns into big issues that we have this many issues on this game, you know? So let's hop into a clip that Brutal Sim posted. And I told you guys, the worst things happen way too consistently. Check this out. Bro goes in and just randomly gets blocked, flops or something. And look, Brutal Sim was the guy on defense. So he's posting this clip where he jumped at him. I don't know what happened. He didn't even get touched. Did not even, I don't know. Maybe there's some pro play flop animations in the game. But you see, that was a foul. There was not even contact. And that was a foul. Ah, man. So let's get into what people have been sending me, because you guys know, like I said, bro, out of any year, I get sent the most clips this year, and it's not even close because too many bad things happen way too consistently compared to other 2Ks. Like, it's a lot. So this next one, bro, is pretty wild, okay? He's in the Proving Grounds 1v1. He's going to go down. He's going to, dribble behind the back, drive in, air ball a layup. Air ball a layup. Guys, many times this year on my 5'9" build, I was playing on it a lot more towards the beginning of the year. 80 driving layup or like 75, something like that. I can't tell you how many times I hit the rim on a wide open layup. Hit the rim. Even when I would put on like low risk layup profile, because most of the layups I'm taking are low risk, right? I just want to lay up a wide open shot. I would swear I would green it, and it just wouldn't let, like, it would give me a white, and then it would hit the rim wide open. I don't understand this game. There's no way that was happening in their test, and they're just like, yeah, that's fine. I feel like that just shows a lack of the testing for the game. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's what they want in the game, for the realism, right? But that just goes back to what I told y'all before, that not everything has to be realistic. If we had a scale that goes up to 10, I think about 7 of those points I'd put into realism for the game. About 3 of them need to be a little bit arcadey, which help towards the skill gap, right? It's not good for the skill gap that, oh, in real life, NBA players miss wide open layups. In real life, NBA players airball wide open layups. Like, bro, that's not good for the skill gap. It's not good for the skill gap in many other 2Ks where it's the 50-50 ball has now turned into an 80-20 or a 90-10. You know what I'm saying? And someone will be like, oh, well, sometimes in real life, in real NBA games, a team will drop 5 steals in a row. That's realistic. That's not good for the competitive nature of the game, because you are in complete control of your player. If I'm in complete control of my 99 steal build and I'm playing the lane perfectly, I shouldn't be dropping the ball and not picking it up, or ripping the point guard and not picking it up over and over. Or another thing you could talk about for skill gap is rebounding this year. They tried to start 2K24 off that way, where rebounds bounce out to South Africa and they're just not consistent at all. They took it out. This year they brought it back. Even the rebounding, it just bounces out way too much. And yes, it's realistic in a way, right? But it's just not good for a competitive skill gap in the game. I literally, so many times this year, I'm like, okay, my center is in perfect position over and over and over for a rebound. All right, I can move out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to box out. He's in perfect position. Center comes out of nowhere, vertical rebound, grabs it over him. That's not good for the skill gap, bro. Now, sometimes that could happen, right? Depending on stats and blah, blah, blah. But it happens way too much. You see what I'm saying? So my boy WAF6, he posted this video. We're only going to watch a little bit of it. It was a 17-minute video, and it was a bunch of lowlights on the game. So he gets a steal, throws the self alley. Yeah. It was a whole bunch of lowlights. It wasn't 17 straight minutes, But I wanted to show you guys just some of them in his video. I mean, look at this. Standing dunk, blocked by the rim. Bro, I'm telling y'all, look, right here, fumbles the ball, drops it, picks it up. It puts him in position over the center, dead zone, layup goes in. It's just too much, bro. It's too much on this game, and it's sickening to watch and see over and over. If you guys seen all these clips that get sent to me, you'd be sick of it as well. But Hank the Tank posted a tweet. This one's important because he shows a guy's player card and says, "I'm so sick of playing versus cheaters in 2K25, bro. I'm actually going to stop playing this game." 81% from 3 and a 99 win percent, only shooting off L2ing for deck, catch, and shoots. 81%. Basically, from the test we have from 2K Labs, that means he would have to perfectly time every single one of his shots to shoot 81%. I mean, it's obvious there's cheaters out there. We know there's cheaters on 2K25. It's been proven. There is literal cheating devices that work. Do not deny it. They work. So stop penalizing us legit players. Just let people cheat and stop penalizing and changing the shooting system and all that because you're trying to combat it. It doesn't work. You guys are not doing it correctly. If you're not going to do it correctly, don't do it. Black Cobra said, "If I put up 30 points all from layups and I'm using real player percentage, I didn't score any points. 2K did." And I agree, bro. Like, in previous years, you didn't have to time your layups and stuff. But this year, they brought in real player percentage at the same time with high risk profile, normal risk profile, and we've seen analytics that prove that real player percentage is basically, there's no reason to use the other ones. And so I get what he's saying, but it's just so annoying. Like, I don't know. You guys have seen, I bounce back and forward between real player percent and high risk because it's just like, why? Why even do it if it's just going to time it for me and it's basically the same percentage? You know, sometimes I'll miss some wide opens. I just don't know why they added it even to the game, bro. Anyway, OG Fortnite's coming back out, if you guys didn't see, and 2K Intel said this is how you do it, 2K. You're going to be able to, I think, stay. Like, it just stays there. The OG seasons of Fortnite, that's it. You're going to be able to play it whenever you want to. And just makes me think, is 2K ever going to remaster an old 2K game? I never thought that Call of Duty was going to do it. I've been a huge fan of Call of Duty for a long time, except for the last few games. This one I think is pretty good so far. But then they did it. And then they remastered a campaign. I think it was Modern Warfare 2. So, like, it's always up in the air, but I just think that 2K is even worse than COD in terms of greed and microtransactions and all that, which is hard to say, by the way. It's pretty rough to say that, but I don't know. We'll see, bro. We'll see if 2K will ever listen. Anyway, guys, make sure to drop a like and watch this video right here by clicking or tapping your screen. It's going to take you to the Wimby $69.99 no money spent video. Go check it out. Click it or tap it. You might as well, because I'm leaving. I'm leaving, bro. So you might as well. See ya. I'm out of here. Peace.